What up, peoples? How y'all doing? This is your boy once again, Serpent 20 Gaming, back with another video. Check out all my social media sites. It will be in the description box down below. I was about to come out with this video real quick, right? Discussing about this Xbox Live Game Pass. Now that um now that I am an Xbox insider, I've been blessed with trying out at least the alpha testing for this upcoming Xbox Game Pass. Right now, I understand game GameStop is deciding like they're scared, they're scared shitless right now because if this uh if this idea really takes forward, if it really goes out and actually pushes forward to actually do well, and actually people are starting to say that it can do way better than PlayStation Now, which I see that happening. You know what I mean? Now, for people that have been following me for a good long ass time, they see that I talk a lot more about Sony. Like I praise Sony a lot more than I do with Microsoft for their Xbox brand. But there's times where I actually come out and actually say something positive about Xbox when Xbox actually decides to do great things with their direction moving forward, right? So this video is just one of those things, right? So now for people that kept saying that I keep on bashing Xbox, that I keep bashing Microsoft for what they're doing, their business practices, whatever you may call it, this is not the case right here, right? The Game Pass is a great idea. It's a step forward and it's a step forward for what PlayStation Now did, which PlayStation Now was more of a streaming service. So yeah, the quality wasn't there. I try out the free trial. Hell, I even tried it a few times ago. Because there was like a PlayStation 3 game or two that I wanted to play that I had missed out on last gen because my PS3 shit the bed around the time that PS4 was coming around the corner, and I felt like it was not worth buying another PS3 when the PS4 was just around the damn corner. So I missed out on that. So now that the PlayStation Now service came through and had some of these titles that I really wanted to play when it first was launched, now that I can actually, I can actually did that with the PlayStation Now service, and all that stuff. The quality was bad, because it was on, like, again, it was on a streaming service. So yeah, the quality wasn't there. The frame rates used to drop like crazy, and sometimes the resolution would go, especially if there's a lot of things on the screen that was just actively too busy. Um, yeah, and you might lose connection. It all depends on your internet speed and all this other stuff. But at least with the Xbox Game Pass, you don't have to worry about streaming. You can just instantly download the games and all that stuff, and you can play the games as much as you want until they remove it from service. Um, I guess it's kind of like how Netflix and Hulu do their services and stuff. They they'll add new content as they remove older ones, and they keep it refreshed and recycled and all that stuff. um I don't know if I like that idea way too much. At least with the PlayStation Now service, like the games were there, they were just there. They're not been removed or whatever. The only thing that PlayStation Now failed to do was basically quality, as I mentioned before, and the fact that they promised us PlayStation 1 and 2 games, and we haven't gotten any of those other than the PlayStation 2 games that were, the few that we went out, but it was on a different tab and all that other stuff. So it's all good, man. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. So let me cut this music off real quick because I'm gonna really go let y'all know. I'm gonna really let y'all know something real quick. What I have tested so far in this alpha of this game, Xbox Live Game Pass, right? Um, for those who are also insiders, you can also comment because I read some of these comments and I pretty much agree to a great extent that the games that they presented us, at least in this alpha build, most of us already have them. You know what I mean? Most of us already have the games, whether it was 360 games or Xbox One games. Most of these games that they gave us in this alpha build was basically either you got them for cheap, or you got them when they were released, when they first came out, or the fact that they gave these games us basically for free during the Xbox Live with Gold. So you could pretty much guess of the games that came with this alpha build. Most of us already own them. I looked at the games list and I'm like, dude, I already own all these. Like, all of them are free. I wanted to try one out just to see how it would do. So I had to so I felt like it defeats the purpose of reinstalling something I already have in my library. You see what I'm saying? And for me to really take this Game Pass really seriously, I wanted to try it out on games that I probably would want, and never got a chance to like pre-order or down, what I mean, or install it yet on my hard drive or anything like that. So I could see this moving forward if it's like if they refresh the games in a way where they're fairly new, like maybe maybe a few months old or something like that, or when they decide to give us certain game discounts and stuff like that. When it drops to that certain amount where it's like $25, something like that, maybe they'll put it on the Xbox Live Game Pass, and have people just get the game that way through the $10 a month subscription. Yes, you will be paying $9.99 a month for this subscription. Now, I don't know about all that. I don't think I would waste $10 a month on top of the gold subscription that you currently are paying just to play multiplayer online. So I don't see all these things taken into account. Now, if you're one of those types of gamers who just love buying used games from GameStop or something like that, like non fucking stop, like you just constantly keep buying used, and old games, then yeah, I can see the $10 a month going towards you guys a hell of a lot more. But for guys like me who likes to play the new ones, or at least fairly new ones, like maybe a few months old games or something like that, or maybe even like a year old game will probably be as far as I would actually go. I wouldn't go anywhere anything less or anything more than a year old. So when that being said, right, you have to understand that you gotta you gotta take into a lot of things. You gotta take into a lot of things into account, and it's not just from me. You know what I mean? Like, you have to please the audience in a way where that $10 a month subscription is worth getting to play older games that they may have missed during its release. So, I mean, I don't want to talk too much about it because I don't even know how far I can actually push this video. But let's just say that the Game Pass is a great step. It's a good step moving forward. My only gripes, if anything, is the fact that they need to push out newer games, newer titles. Now, mind you, this is just an alpha build, so they probably just threw out a handful of games out there and try to see if we gotta like actually like them and respond back to them. Because I already told Xbox my gripes with this service so far. So for those who already tried it, let them know as well, like what your if you have any gripes at all, let them know, so that way they can fix it or modify it to a way where it pleases the majority of us. So that way, when it actually is, when it passed alpha and beta and all that stuff, and it's actually finalized and optimized for launch for the public, that this service can actually move mountains. you know, metaphorically, but you know, actually do something great, and maybe it will push PlayStation, or at least with their Now service, to you know, step their game up. You know what I mean? Now we already know from the PlayStation side that they got rid of PlayStation Now on most of their devices, except for PC and PS4. But as far as TVs and I believe their phones or whatever, all their other equipment is like they Nvidia, they canceled PlayStation Now on them. So again, this is a great step for Xbox. This is a great step for Microsoft. $10 a month. It's not crazy expensive. Um, you know, I feel like that's a right price. Um, you know, for a subscription fee. I don't know if they gotta actually extend into like different tiers. Kind of like what PlayStation Now did with I think a 3 month subscription, and they did a year promotionally. But you know, but hopefully they'll do it in other tiers. So for people who like this service, will most likely get more bang for their buck if they price it right and they add more tiers. So it's like a 3 month plan or a year plan, something along those lines, so it doesn't feel like we're constantly just giving them $10 just to play games that we already probably played, destroyed, got, you know, 1,000 gamers scored the hell out of it. You know what I mean? Just I like I'm gonna actually retweet this video. I might send it to Phil Spencer himself, just to let him know my perspective on this video, on this perspective of what I'm saying, other than what I just already told him in the Insider Hub of my Xbox One. So I'm gonna let you guys be, man. That's all I wanted to say, man. The Game Pass is a great thing. I think GameStop just needs to just step their game up, man. As far as their business practices goes with the Circle of Life thing, I know many of you guys already heard about this bullshit that you know, trying to get customers to buy used games instead of buying brand new games. Um, Partial reason why I went all digital is mainly that people who people have been rocking me for a long time. I also made a video up about GameStop like years ago. I think basically back in 2012. Basically my personal experiences with them. Every time I go with them, they act like they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They don't know what the hell they're saying. Um, you go up to them, you ask for Gears of War, they asking you what console, when you know damn well it's an Xbox exclusive. It's been an Xbox exclusive. It never once went third party. But for people who claim to work here and know, they're supposed to know their shit as far as gaming. If I told you I wanted Gears 5, you should already know that that's an Xbox exclusive. You should automatically take it out for Xbox One, you know what I mean, or Scorpio or whatever. It should be already there. You shouldn't have to ask me which console for. You know, what's the game for? Because that's an exclusive. If I was giving you a third party game, it would be different. But it's a first party, so like you should automatically assume that that's what I'm asking for, is an Xbox One version of the game, not a PlayStation 4 game when it hasn't been released as a PlayStation 4 game. But that's all I'm gonna end it. I'm gonna end it with that. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Sub to my channel if you haven't already, and I'm out.